Hello all my beautiful sisters from those other misters. I wanted to sit down and film a video about some NIOD products that I've been using, and I've actually been using these for quite a long time. Some products I've been using for so long that they're almost empty, and some are still basically full, but we'll get into why later in the video. I bought all of these products at the same time when DSM was having a sale on their products around Christmas time, and yeah, I just went mad and bought the things that interested me and pretty much used them in my sort of day-to-day routine until either it was almost finished and I had to stop using it so that I could actually have something to show you when I film this video, or I've continued to use them. So what I'm going to do is go through the products that I have, and I'm going to read off the claims that are on the website. I might even tell you how it's supposed to be used, especially if that relates to my experience with the product, and then I'm going to let you know what I think of them. First product is the Low Viscosity Cleansing Ester. Now in Australia, if you're buying it off the NIOD website, it's going to set you back 70 Australian dollars. So it's definitely not cheap. And you might be able to see there just how little of this product I have used. And that directly relates to how much I love it. But let's talk about the claims. So it's a skin cleaning system that respects dermal barriers while regulating visible sebum production, cleaning the skin thoroughly and removing all traces of makeup in a single step. It's meant to contain no cleansing plant oils, no detergents, and no water, but instead uses isolated sugar and avocado ester to remove every trace of dirt and makeup with or without water. The skin feels comfortably hydrated after each use. The technologies in the LVCE, which is how they shorten the name, will actually further act as a delivery booster for topical treatments applied after cleaning. So basically this is meant to be a non-irritating cleanser, and also it's meant to help serums and stuff that you put over your skin after cleansing with this product to work better. The way you would use this cleanser, the recommended way by DSM, is to massage a generous amount well onto a dry face and rinse with warm water. You can also use it without water by applying the formula to a facial pad, ideally cotton they recommend, and wiping the face thoroughly. My personal experience with this product has not been one that I've enjoyed. I use it in the traditional way that they recommend, so applying a generous amount to a face full of makeup while my face is dry. So now I would just start rubbing it in, and just keep rubbing until all of the makeup has broken down, and then I would take handfuls of warm water to try and rinse it off. The product doesn't emulsify, so it's kind of like an actual oil where it repels water. So actually getting it off your face with just warm water is not something I've ever had any success with, I suppose. I'm always left with beads of water on my face, but also the cleansing ester and makeup smeared everywhere. I always have to go in with a foaming cleanser to break down the oil, but I find it's actually it's quite difficult to break down, and I'm usually cleansing twice with some sort of foaming product to break it down and get all of the makeup off my face. I haven't tried using a cotton pad to put this on and then wipe it off. Because I've had a not pleasant experience with it straight off the bat, I can't be bothered with it, to be honest. I feel for a $70 product, I'm really not impressed. I'm not impressed. It's not something I would buy again, and I kind of feel putting it on your face and then breaking down your makeup and then not being able to rinse the majority of it away and having to double cleanse again after my initial cleanse, turning it into a 3 cleanse step. It kind of defeats the purpose of a product that's meant to be really gentle on the face and like protect your skin, because you're just going in with like cleanser after cleanser to get it off. And also, I think what really bothers me about it is because they encourage you to use it to remove makeup, and it doesn't seem to wash cleanly away from the skin, which means there is like this cleanser left on my face and my makeup that's been on my face all day. To me, that's really gross, and I have to get it off my skin. Like, I won't feel clean unless it's off. So for me, this did not hit the mark, and it's not one that I would buy again. Hello guys, little interruption. After filming this review and sitting down to look at the footage and edit it, I realized it was pretty ridiculous of me to say that I hadn't used the low viscosity cleansing Ester with cotton pads to remove my makeup because I didn't want to. I thought, that's a bit lazy. You should really try that and see if it changes your opinion on what this product is like. So in the week since I filmed that footage, I have been using this on cotton pads at the end of the day to remove my makeup, and then I go in with a secondary cleanser to finish washing my face. Now, my experience with that has been, one, I use a lot more of this to clean my face because you have to soak a cotton pad, remove your makeup. I always turn the cotton pad over to the other side and use that as well to remove makeup, and then, you know, rinse and repeat with cotton pads and product to get the rest of my makeup off. Now, I noticed I'm using a lot more product. It's not just like, you know, a 10-cent piece size blob of product in my hand to remove a full face of makeup. It's probably like a 10-cent piece over 2 to 3 cotton pads. So definitely using more product. I'm also left with like a greasy residue on my face, as I am when I use this in like a traditional cleansing oil method. So, you know, you can't go from like wiping your makeup off to going in with skincare because it's still very, very slick and greasy feeling. Another thing that I have noticed with using this to remove makeup with cotton pads, it breaks down things like foundation and powder and blush and eyeshadow and all that stuff really, really well. Like, don't get me wrong, it does work fantastically well. However, on a cotton pad when I'm removing my mascara and eyeliner, that's a different story. There's a lot of rubbing involved, a lot of like holding the cotton pad for extended periods and trying to slide stuff off, and it doesn't break down product that well. I find when I'm trying to remove my eye makeup with this, it literally is better to just get it on my hands and like, you know, massage the product into the makeup to dissolve it. So I do not like using this with a cotton pad method to remove my eye makeup. It takes too long and I can't be bothered, and I don't want to be rubbing at my face for so long. My original feelings about this product still stand. I do not like the greasy residue that it leaves on the face, and although I have found a way to get through it quicker by using cotton pads to remove my base makeup, I feel like it is a bit of a wasteful way to use up such an expensive product. You do need significantly more product to soak a cotton pad, and you won't just use one cotton pad to remove all of your makeup. So my feelings still stand for this product. I would not repurchase it. Yeah, it is what it is. I have another cleansing product. This one is called the Sanskrit Saponins, and this is kind of like it's kind of like a cream, a cleansing cream. So basically it's meant to be a deep cleansing product, but also it respects the skin's integrity. With continued use, Sanskrit Saponins visibly targets all forms of build-up, blemishes, congestion, and impurities. It's suitable for all skin types. After the first use, Sanskrit Saponins leaves the skin looking nearly pore-free and its surface exceptionally cleaned, as if it's radiating from within. I'm also going to leave a link to this particular page on the NIOD website, because initially they talk about how we've pretty much done a full circle over, you know, years and years and years of like cleansing our skin and what we think is best for cleansing our skin. And I think it's interesting. So if you want to read more about that, the link will be down below, but it's too much for me to read in this video. The directions for use with this product is to first remove your makeup, because this won't. And then you take a small amount, massage it into your fingers, they say until it lathers, but I don't think it lathers. They call it a paste-like lather, but I wouldn't consider it that, to be honest. It's just sort of like it's kind of like a cream cleanser. Anyway, you massage it onto your face and then you rinse it off. On the tube and on the website, there is a warning to like avoid your eyes. It's underlined. It says rinse thoroughly, keeping your eyes closed. They're not fucking around when they say this. I'm one of those people who, I don't care what the cleanser rules say, it always goes over my eyes because I just do it. And occasionally you get some in your eye, it hurts for like a second and then it's fine. This stuff, when it gets in your eyes, does not hurt for a second, it will hurt for a long time. So please be careful, don't get this in your eyes. So they make some pretty big claims with this product, specifically the one about like reducing the size of pores. I haven't experienced anything special like that. Personally, like this is a $34 cleanser, and personally I feel like I get the same results using this as I do something that I bought for like $4.50 at the Priceline 40% off skincare sale. So I've not been blown away by this, and I probably wouldn't repurchase it. I've heard lots of people love it though, so I think potentially it's just one of those things, like does your skin respond really well to it or not? For me, I think it's just not one that my skin super duper enjoyed or got much out of, I suppose, that was really going to make it look visibly different. So not bad, I'm happy to use it, but it's not something that I would repurchase. Okay, so let's talk about face masks. I've got two. I'm going to start with Myrrh Clay. Now this is supposed to be a tightening face mask. This retails for $56. You apply a thin layer to clean skin, leave it on 15 minutes, rinse it off. I personally have not totally loved this product, mostly for the fact that I have another mask from NIOD that I loved and it works really well for me, but this one didn't hit the mark. So on this side of my face I have my smile line on this side. It's pretty, like, it's noticeable, and if a firming product works for me, it really lifts this side of my face and that line is diminished like significantly. But this particular product just didn't do it for me. I didn't notice any visual results when I washed the product off. So for a $56 mask, it's not something that I would buy again, but I have heard a lot of people love this product. So again, I think it comes down to what your skin is benefiting from, or what your skin responds really well to. In the same vein, I have Mastic Must, and this I actually had really, really good results with this one. So this one retails for 67 Australian dollars, and this is actually designed, or it's marketed as a pore reducing mask. Now, it's not a permanent reduction in the size of pores, it's temporary, and essentially what you do, you apply it to clean skin, leave it on for 10 minutes. They recommend I just leave it on for however long I want. I basically let it dry, and then you can rinse it off with clean warm water, and you can take a hairdryer on like as hot as you can stand it for 15 seconds and blow dry your face. Now, I've used this mask as is, just like mask on, rinse, look at results, and I've used the hairdryer method as well. For me, the hairdryer method doesn't improve my results, but just using this visibly reduces the size of my pores, and it also visibly reduces my smile lines. So this is a mask that I can get behind. It is one that I would buy again, and obviously there is something in here that my skin responds really well to, so I'm down with this one. Not so much the Myrrh Clay, it's just not for me. Next product I have is a face mist. This is the Superoxide Dismutase Saccharide Mist. It's not a toner, it's a face mist. So this is the old version. They've brought out the like updated version. They call it the Superoxide Dismutase Saccharide Mist 2, and it's basically more potent. Now, this is supposed to be good with like preventing water loss, helping irritated skin. It's meant to like calm down inflammation and stuff like that. And I actually really like this. You can probably see like my bottle's almost done. I've sort of had to hold off using this. I would consider this, for the sake of making this easier to talk about, I would call this a hydrating and soothing toner. Okay, it's not a toner, it's a bit different, but we'll just say that for the sake of it. So I use this when I would use a toner. So I wash my face, I make sure all of my makeup's off and everything's cleansed, and then I either just spritz, or I might put it on a cotton pad if I want to like hold it in place for a little bit of like extra treatment. For me, this is really good when I'm having breakouts, and at the moment I'm having breakouts all the time, but I find that this really helps with like the redness that comes with like current angry breakouts. I would recommend this to anyone who has like adult acne, or maybe you get hormonal breakouts, or even like change of weather breakouts. That's what mine's all about. It's so annoying. But I just find that it's nice and soothing, and it's nice to sort of, you know, the spots come up and they're big and red and angry, and you use this, and over the space of a couple of days everything just sort of calms down. And typically I can notice a difference with this like the morning after using it, so everything looks a bit calmer and a bit more relaxed. So I really like this stuff. I would buy it again. I can't remember how much it costs. Let me check. So this particular bottle is $75, and it's 240 mils, and it's lasted me a long time. I've been using this quite consistently since Christmas, so it's July now. It's pretty good. Yeah, I do like this stuff. I would buy it, and I would definitely recommend it. The next product I have is, it's kind of like a serum, but it's not. Let's call it a booster. It's a booster, so you can use it alongside your serums and stuff like that, but it's the multi-molecular hyaluronic complex. So this retails for 50 Australian dollars, and it's a 30 ml bottle. If you could see how much was left in here, like it's literally down to here, you could probably tell how much I love this product. So This, if you're not familiar with what hyaluronic acid is, basically it's an ingredient that your skin can either absorb depending on the molecule size, or it sits on top, and those molecules help to absorb moisture into your skin, leaving it like plump, hydrated. It's great for people who have dry skin and struggle to rehydrate it, and also good for aging or aged skin. I really liked this. Essentially, you just clean your face, you do your mist, and then you go in with this. And maybe if you've got other serums that you want to use, if you're confused about the order in which you should use your serums, I'm not an expert, but typically I like to take my thinnest one first and then like build in, like depending on the viscosity of the serum or the booster in this case. I find that this is fantastic for when I'm like having dry skin issues and things are looking flaky or feeling unusually tight. I like to use this morning and night. It's fine under makeup, and then I just use nice hydrating products over the top. My skin can like drink that shit up, and it's good stuff. I would definitely repurchase this. I do think it is expensive, but I like the results. My skin feels soft, feels hydrated, it's like looks plump. I like it. So yeah, I recommend it, and I would totally repurchase it. Okay, I've got two more products, and these focus on the eyes and the lips. So this one is the Fractionated Eye Contour Concentrate. This retails for a whopping $100. You can buy NIOD products with nice deep discounts at certain times of the year. Just putting that out there. That's what I did. So $100 Australian, 15 mils. Mine is nearly empty. Like there's nearly nothing left in this. This is a single treatment that is able to target visible aging, both the upper eyelids and lower eyelids, including the look of dynamic lines, static lines, and fine superficial under eye lines, loss of elasticity, dark circles, puffiness, and textural unevenness, with positive visible results starting within 3 days and improving into 8 weeks with continued use. Now, I am one of those people, I have dark circles and I'm 32, so I'm starting to get fine lines around my eyes. Now, my dark circles are like, it's structural. It's because of the way my face is shaped. So they are actually created more by shadows rather than actual dark circles. So obviously this can't help change the shape of my face. So I didn't really experience any major improvement with dark circle dealios with this. But with fine lines and firmness around the eye, I want to say that I didn't notice a difference until after I stopped using this. And that's when I was like, what's going on with my face around my eyes? I'm not impressed. And it wasn't until I was like using other products and I'm like, what's changed? And I'm like, this changed. I stopped using this. So I do feel like this has, or it did, improve the skin around my eyes, and I want to use more of it. I have a backup of this. Sneaky. I don't think it's a miracle worker. I don't think it's going to fix all of your issues. Most skincare won't. But I do think that if you can afford it and you have issues, like take issue with stuff going on around your eyes, this could be something to look into. Yeah, it's hard for me to like really get gung-ho behind this because it is so expensive, and also the results weren't like mind-blowing, but there was something there that I really enjoyed while I was using this product. So take that as you will. Okay, my last product, and I don't know how I feel about this product. It is the Bio-Lipid Concentrate. This is a 15ml bottle. It retails for 90 Australian dollars. The claims are a comprehensive treatment to improve the looks of lip color, volume, texture, softness, and contour, combining a wide borrowing from peptide technology and biotechnology. There is also a note about this product. It says, this serum contains an immediate acting technology to increase visible lip redness without any pigments or dyes. To avoid redness of the surrounding skin, apply only a very small amount with your fingertip directly on the lips. Do not apply to the skin and especially avoid sensitive areas. NIOD recommends washing your hands after application. In case of accidental exposure to skin, no special attention is necessary. The immediate term redness on the skin will disappear within a few minutes on its own. Now, I haven't used this product very much. I'm just looking for my eye product. I haven't used this product very much because my very first experience with it was weird. So I was taking product shots of my NIOD things, thinking maybe I want to do a blog post. Then I gave up the blog. Anyway, I dropped some of this into my hand and I took a photo of it to like show the consistency. And after that, I did what I always do with all of my skincare products that I'm taking like product shots of, so you can see the consistency. I rubbed it into my hands and I thought, anti-age those hands, do something nice for those hands. And after about 10 minutes, I was like, why are my hands bright red and itchy? It took me a really long time to work out that it was actually the lip stuff. It was this. So immediately what I did was wash my hands, and then I applied it to my lips. And this stuff does increase the color in your lips. It's almost like eating chilies or rubbing chilies on your lips. They sort of, the color, the flush, like you get a flush. It's like a nice pink flush. Also, the lips do swell a little bit, so they plump up. And yeah, it's immediate. I don't know if it gets better and better with time because I just found it quite difficult to sort of remember to use this product. So I don't really have any full-on feelings about it. I can say for sure this does plump your lips and it does make them look like flushed. So I'm totally down with that. It's like, it works. It does what it says it's going to do. I don't find it to be particularly hydrating. It does have a sort of, it's almost like a jelly oil consistency. So it's a little bit on the thicker side and it kind of feels like a dry oil on your lips. I don't find it to be hydrating, no matter how long I have it on for. If I put it on dry lips, my lips still feel dry and a little bit chapped, even like after wearing this for however long. Something else I want to say, and that's pretty much all I've got to say about this product. It does work. I haven't used it enough to be like, here's my full-on like extended opinion on it. I just want to say though, before I wrap this up, these bottles look exactly the fucking same. This is the eye product. This is the lip product. If you're like me and you keep all of your beautiful products together that are currently like a part of your daily routine, don't get these mixed up. You will regret it. You will regret it. Okay, so that's it for my little NIOD reviews. Anything that I stopped using is totally going back into my routine. I'm going to finish it up. I'm going to open my backups. I'm going to try and get it all finished so when the Christmas sales roll around, I can buy some of their new stuff without feeling guilty. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it was somewhat useful. I don't know. Anyway, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And, oh, definitely let me know if you've tried any NIOD products down in the comments section. Let me know your feelings. Did you have better results with anything that kind of didn't work out for me? Or did you have not so great results for anything that I did like? Let me know. I'm definitely interested. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. I will see you in the next one. Bye.